You just can't quite relax in your body. You just can't feel like you're quite there yet. You feel like something is wrong. It's not like a bad day. It's just like a moderate day all over again and again. And you just feel like life could be so much better, but for some reason it's not. And the reason for that is pretty simple. The difference between someone like that and someone like me, who's always energetically stable, has to do with a compound called caffeine. And even the spiders know that caffeine only creates the illusion of productivity, the illusion of accomplishment. But if you look at an actual spider web under the influence of any other drug but caffeine, they all look quite amazing. They all look symmetrical, beautiful, and functional. However, the one spider web that stands out is the caffeinated spider. For some reason, this one spider web just looks like fucking trash. However, I'm sure that this motherfucker went to bed thinking that he was the boss that night. He was feeling pretty good about himself when he went to bed, thinking that he's gonna catch a lot of flies while he's sleeping. And that, my friend, is the problem with caffeine. It only makes you feel like you're accomplishing things. You're not actually accomplishing that much. If you look at students who only consumed 100 milligrams of caffeine, they did quite well in the beginning of the study, but in the middle and the end of the study, they got surpassed by the sober kids. And what's more is that the caffeinated kids, they felt like they had done better when they asked how they would assess their own performance. And I'm not pointing fingers at you here because I've fallen into this trap many times. In fact, while I quit, I slipped up a few times, and there was one time when me and my friend, we sat down and we thought, how fun would it be to have a little creative coffee? You know, like have some drugs and bang out some ideas and think of new ways, new possibilities. And we did, and it felt amazing. And wow, how productive did we feel that day? You think it became big? You think the ideas we generated that day took flight at all? No, they did not. Think back on your life when you created ideas under the influence of drugs or under the influence of a motivational video you had just seen. Are you still doing these ideas? No, because they were not built on the foundation of true purpose and true passion of yours. That's what coffee does to you. It creates an illusion of accomplishment, and with that comes an illusion of betterment for your overall health. However, that is not the case either. Just recently, zinc was added to the list of nutrients that are depleted from the use of caffeine. And if you look at studies where they follow low zinc diets, they show that moderate to severe deficiencies in zinc will lead to 75% loss in testosterone after 20 weeks. Let's talk about sleep. There's evidence to suggest that coffee can completely eliminate stage 4 of sleep, the REM sleep. And if you ask people who've quit coffee, they will confirm this. I, for one, started dreaming again for the first time in my life. I've never slept so good in my life before, and there's not a single drug out there that you can compare to a good night of sleep. There's not a single accomplishment, there's not a single experience in this fucking reality that you can compare to 8 hours of proper sleep with stage 1, 2, 3, and 4 all intact. Caffeine raises your cortisol for up to 18 hours of the 24 hours of the day. It raises your adrenaline levels by up to 200%, and you're in a constant fight or flight mode. You're not normal. You're like a fucking gazelle that is being chased by a lion the whole day. This leads to negative thinking. This leads to psychological issues. This leads to even further elevated stress hormones, which then leads to you increasing your dosage of caffeine. And maybe you even combine it with sugar later on. And later on you add in the nicotine. And later on you add in the antidepressants. You are an addict. But it's okay to be an addict because the first step of the 12 rules of AA is to admit that you're an addict. However, we don't abide by the 12 rules of AA. We abide by Alan Carr's 15-step principle right here. Let's put it on the wall actually. Right here. Alan Carr's 15 steps. How you can quit caffeine forever without feeling like you're sacrificing anything. And the only thing you will be feeling on a rainy day when your blood pressure falls is how fantastic is it that I'm no longer addicted to this poison. Okay. What else we got? Sleep. It's going to destroy your sleep. Nutrition, you're gonna absorb absolutely nothing from what you eat if you drink coffee. Mental health, it's gonna deteriorate your mental health, as we saw in this little cycle of life that you're gonna suddenly find yourself in. Mental performance, it's gonna give you the illusion of accomplishment, but ask yourself, would you rather feel like you're accomplishing things without accomplishing that much? Or would you rather just have a stable energy level throughout the day without these crazy dopamine spikes? And then when you look back on your life one day, when you're leaning over the balcony as an old person, you can say, this kingdom belongs to me because of my actions. Or would you rather be the spider who created a shit spider web and is probably gonna die from starvation because that's not gonna work? I'm sorry, bro, that's not gonna work. I just have nothing good to say about coffee, and if you do have something good to say about coffee, please comment. Please go ahead and comment whatever you think coffee is good for. I'm very, very curious because I've spent the last 4 or 5 months researching this non-stop and I can't find a single good thing about coffee. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.